Welcome back to Versus. I'm JWMaher, and that is Will Cohen. Well, before we get into this, how you feeling?
A peek behind this, peek behind the curtain. I had a really, really long night. We're shooting this really, really late, so I am tired. I'm sweaty, and I'm still on an adrenaline rush. But all of that being said, John, we have seen a lot of these flashy IP films. Like hell, we just covered one last week with Betty's Revenge. And everyone loved Steamboat Willie so much that they made 4 fucking horror films about this.
There's at least 4.
Yeah, 4. We've gotten one good one in the form of Screamboat. The film that we're talking about tonight is not Screamboat at all, unfortunately, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, we're talking about. I mean, Steamboat Willie came into IP. We got The Mousetrap. We got I Love Willie. We got Screamboat. We got Mouseboat Massacre. But then Minnie entered the same, I guess, near about the same time. And one of the movies we're getting from the Minnie IP is Minnie's Midnight Massacre by Brett Bettman. Yeah, and just basically he just lets Tiffany McDonald do whatever she wants, I guess, because she plays Minnie. This is right at the top. This is just another you're not fucking Art the Clown. You're not Art the Clown, but that's all they do. It's just Art the Clown cosplay. With a Minnie Mouse outfit.
So, right off the bat, she doesn't really kill enough people for this to be even classified as a massacre.
Nah.
And this takes place over several days, and most of these kills happen during the daytime. So,
hey, please, just wait a damn minute, please. Just put the knife down.
Why the fuck is it called Midnight Massacre?
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. But here's my biggest complaint about I'd say at least 3/4 of these IP movies. This is the story itself is just a regular ass slasher movie, and you just happen to have one of the characters dressed like Minnie Mouse. It's not about Minnie Mouse. They kind of shoehorn in the steamboat coming at the very end. That's not even a spoiler. They just kind of shoehorn that in at the end, and it has nothing to do with anything. This movie is just a bunch of kids bully a little girl when they're all preteen teens.
Not so fast after all, huh? What should we do with her? Little freak.
And they lock her in a storm cellar and leave her for dead. And there's CGI. No, there's AI rats down there. And then the story is she's missing for 20 years. There's no explanation of how the fuck she survived, or nobody looked for her. Or, she makes it 40 years with no connections to society, and she grows up to just know exactly where her tormentors are 20 years from now, and she shows up there to kill them. But I digress.
I mean, we'll get into that last point, because it's obvious to me how they found her, and it's about as ridiculous as you would think, because I actually saw this ending coming a mile away, to the point where I'm
I forgot the twist. Yes, the twist makes it make sense.
Yeah, and it's if this is what it is, then fuck this movie for all it's worth.
Yeah.
But we get this, and it's we see her at the beginning, getting ready. We even see her without the mask, the adult version of
Winnie.
That's right. Winnie. Without the mask, and she eventually dons the Minnie mask, because they called her Minnie, and then she adopted the persona. But what's weird is that to get that, it's like they never really refer to the character as Minnie. She just like goes like this at one point, and someone just goes, "Oh, Minnie."
Winnie, happy birthday. You want me to call you Minnie?
Yeah.
So it's really ridiculous.
I want to just go over my only real gigantic issue with this movie is like it's as a slasher, it's like got all the elements, right? It's just like killer goes to place, kills people.
Right.
That's fine. It's totally fine. I support people making movies like that. They can be even a bad slasher is like decent, but this movie, like I don't know who was involved. I know Brett Bettman wrote and directed it. I don't know if he was responsible for punching it up, but a lot of the jokes in this movie are unnecessary. There's a scene like there's 4 people, right? We got Will, not this Will, a different Will.
Right.
Will, Evie, Honey, and Belle. Now, just as an aside, Will and Belle have some kind of like will they, won't they relationship thing going on.
I had some comments about that.
This is my first comment. They went on a date, and then the date cuts to like a flashback where like they just have like a one night stand, but it ends with her pegging him. Now that wasn't necessary. It's like I get it. Like I'm not saying that consenting adults can't have relationships where women peg men. Do whatever you want, right? But that was put in this movie specifically for 12-year-old boys to go, oh my god, that chick's fucking him. That's the only reason why this exists in this movie.
Yeah, that's one of the myriad of comments I have with this, because it's like that comes so far out of left field, it's unnecessary.
Yes.
Like, now, we have seen enough of these films over the course of like how long we've been doing this now, almost a full 2 years now, as Versus, and there have been times where jokes come out of left field, but they fucking work. Like I'm gonna harp on Spiders in a Plane again. All the jokes in that come out of left field, but they fucking work. This, I don't know who it's for. The joke didn't flow with the film, and it didn't make the film better. So it's like, why was it here in the first place?
There's also, and we talked about this already, just fart sound effects. And then there's a scene where Evie's walking up the stairs and she's wearing a dress where you can see her butt, and they just add a fart sound effect. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, who made this movie?
I mean, it's like, to be fair, I believe it's like a post-dinner scene.
Yeah.
Like after like everyone like has been like pounding wine and eating steaks, and so I don't see any vegetables around. So obviously, it's going to be
one girl farts.
Blast ass.
But then also again, there's a scene where Minnie farts. There's a scene where Minnie, like you said, like Minnie. There's a scene like they're in a bathroom. And like Minnie,
let's talk about the scene, because it's not even just that she farts.
Yeah,
it's that she full on takes a shit. But what's even fucking crazier about this scene is that she still has her black leggings on. So it's like, how's the shit even coming out of her? And then she full on wipes her ass, gets up, daintily flushes the toilet, watches the water go down, and then she puts the lid down. Why was this scene in here? But
let's give them the benefit of that. What if she was just peeing through the leggings?
But then she would.
I don't know.
It's
unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
But we missed the first joke, and the first joke is that would actually like made me almost turn this off, because I was actually gagging when this came on.
Oh yeah.
So, the first person who was like killed, was like the main, like one of the main bullies.
Yeah, Honey.
And Harmony, right? Or Honey.
Honey, yeah.
Honey. And so what she hits her in the head and like ties her to a chair. So like what she does after she's in the chair and like still bleeding from the head, she takes a full diaper.
I have no idea where this diaper came from. Yeah, the diaper. Yeah.
For all we know, it came from Minnie.
Must have, because that diaper is loaded.
Let me go. Let me fucking go.
Loaded. Shoves the diaper in Honey's face. And then writes on a poster board.
She smears the shit on her face, then pulls the diaper away, and then puts duct tape over her mouth, and then does that.
And then she holds up a board that says "shit faced." Smiley face.
Who's this for?
And I will preface that. That's the only joke that I find yet even remotely funny.
Because the girl was drunk.
And that
says
drunk. Something. That says something.
It's just like gross for the sake of being gross, which is fine because, like, I've seen enough trauma movies. I've watched all the Terrifier movies. This is just like not even. It's not parody. It's not homage. It's like it's wannabe.
Right.
It's wannabe that stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the problem. It's like it feels like this is trying to be a wannabe of too many things at once, because. As you said, it's obviously trying for, the Terrifier Art the Clown shtick.
Yes.
But it's failing at that because at least Art the Clown has a presence.
Yeah, David Howard Thornton can do it.
And Minnie has no presence.
Yeah.
She's just there.
Right.
And then, of course, it's trying to be like one of these like good IP films. Like I would put like Screamboat in there. I would put the first Blood and Honey in there. Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. It's trying to be like one of these one of these like good IP films. Like I didn't even see any of the Popeye films. So I'm sure like one of them has to be better than this film.
The one is better. The other two are not.
But like, I can't see why this was even made. I can understand, like, it, if they like had something to say with them, and like,
put some effort into like, okay, you have the IP, it's in the public domain. Make me a story about Minnie Mouse. Just do it. Don't just make a story and then just smack a Minnie Mouse mask on it. Like if you were going to write this slasher, just make it anything. Like this is a script where you could have fucking done anything. You blew it. You blew this like Minnie Mouse IP like shtick on this piece of shit. Like
right. And honestly, now the Screamboat 2 just can't come fast enough because like this is. It now has to wade into this shit, and I hate that. Mm-hmm. But, so, Honey, Honey, after like all the shit gets smeared on her face, finally Minnie just stabs her multiple times, and then she's dead. Eventually, they find her. And then.
The worst police force ever imaginable shows up.
Yeah, they show up, and it's like I was half expecting like one of the cops to be in on it because it's like that would at least be an intelligent twist.
Let's talk about the police, how the police handle it. Like Minnie takes Honey's dead body and like just throws it outside. It's like laying by a tree, like near the house. The cop never calls for backup, doesn't call the county medical examiner, doesn't call the detectives. He's just guys, the dead body. Then he takes the people from the house and like walks them over to the dead body. So the dead body is just laying there like unattended.
What is that? It's me, that's an animal or something.
Afraid not.
While he walks back and forth and never calls any kind of backup over to the crime scene. So
Right.
that, like, okay, these guys are not good.
No.
And then him and his boss, the sheriff, Minnie just kills them very, very easily.
Very easily. And it's like, again, this is one of those tropes that we see in ITN films over and over again. I understand that like Alfred Hitchcock said it when, like when asked, it's like, well, why didn't you call the cops? Well, it's calling the cops is boring.
Yeah.
So I understand the mentality of having cops get called in and getting killed instantly. That being said, this is like Minnie or Winnie or Minnie, whatever the fuck you want to call her. Let's just call her Minnie from here on out. She is not an imposing force. She is not like a WNBA height, size height. She is not like fucking Ronda Rousey, like beefed up.
Yeah, this is another Humpty Dumpty thing, like front kicker in the chest.
Yeah, like throwing a chair at her would take her out, and no one defends against this. Like there are people who actually like stare at her square in the face, and they put zero effort into taking her out.
But there's also the scene like where the bathroom scene, like when she's like stalking Evie, like Minnie like teleports. Like we're meant to think she's a regular human being, but like no matter where you go in the house, Minnie beats you there. Like you go downstairs, she's downstairs before you. You go upstairs, she's behind you. It's like, okay, so she's supernatural? Like, explain that. Because as far as I know, she was just like a girl that got locked in a basement and there were rats there. But hey.
My only theory about that, and again, this is putting way more thought than was actually put here. But semi-spoiler, there is a second killer.
Yeah.
That we find out. So I guess it's possible that they could have a second set of clothes and another.
Because he was knocked out on the guy. Yeah, Will is the other killer, not this Will, the other Will.
Yeah.
He just set it up. Like he just like brought them there and told her they were going to be there. Minnie's teleportation and supernatural powers and like superhuman strength, dragon bodies, love the place is just never explained. She's a regular girl. Like she's a regular woman. So like, whatever.
I mean, like maybe whatever happened to her in that little like shelter with the AI rats and everything, maybe they taught her like the secret of how to be in like 9 places at once, because rats are always around. But again, that's giving the film more credit than it fucking deserves.
I 100% agree. By the way, the movie does end. The bad guys win. At least we got an ending. Like Willie and Minnie get away, and they
he put he finally comes to, and then he sees he sees Belle tied up to the chair, and he runs in to try and save the day. He has the knife like put to Minnie's neck, and then he decides to like cut Belle's face.
The name's Willie.
And then we cut to like this scene as like with Winnie and Will as kids, like going, "Hey, what are you listening to? Hey, let's be friends, and let's yada yada yada."
They were friends the whole time.
Jazz hands. So it's like so in reality, there's a lot of questions that that are left unanswered. Like, why did she how did she disappear? If Will knew how to get her out, like what's going on here?
What have they been doing for 20 years?
I mean, was she pegging him in the woods while rats watched? I can only imagine. But then he before cutting her throat, one final time he tells Belle, "Call me Willie," because it's like obviously Steamboat Willie. He puts on the mask, slits her throat, and then it cuts to like this cheesy black and white montage.
Steamboat.
This thing where the steamboat approaches, and it's like, and they're a couple thing, and then it just rolls credits.
Brett Batman's making another one of these, you know it. But when
Probably.
that happens, let's rate this one. Honestly, as a slasher, this is fine. I would have rated this like a 2, but the stupid jokes shoehorned in here upset me as a human being. So 1.5.
I only went slightly higher just because while I acknowledge everything in what John is saying here, I went 2 simply because there was enough to actually make this feel like a legitimate slasher. And honestly, had they maybe put a little bit more thought into it, maybe not like behold themselves to the 75-minute runtime and give like an extra 5 minutes of some kind of explanation, this could have been in the same echelon as, like, I would say the Sorority House Massacre films, for instance, where it's cheesy, it's dumb, but at least you're having fun with it.
Right.
This is cheesy and dumb, and I wanted to have fun with it. I didn't fully hate it as much as some of the other films, but I can't justify going higher than 2.
Fair enough. Next week, I believe this might be one of the final movies in this pass through the ITN universe. We're very close to the present day. Another Tubi movie, not The Little Mermaid. It's Deadly Little Mermaid. So, yeah, that's next week here on Versus. Made this fun video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group at Why We Love Horror. Check out our Letterboxd challenge as well. We'd appreciate if you join us for that. Hey, if you enjoyed this, come back next week. I'm John Moore. That's Will Cohen. This has been Versus.